right. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast. We are back with a great interview today from Landon Davidson. Great guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
He looks like a lineman.
Yes. He looks like a lineman.
But also like a very athletic lineman.
Yes.
Not just like a big guy you just throw out there.
Mm-hmm. His huddle tape is pretty impressive. It's fun to watch. So stick around for that. That'll be at the end of the pod this week. Couple quick announcements. We said it last week, but the No Block, No Rock Podcast Awards is August 19th? 18th?
19th.
August 19th. If you could please vote for us. I'll put the link in the description below. It's going to be, we're in the running for MVP. New Kids on the Block. Bet Your Mortgage. And
Best guests.
I think that's it. We're really going for best guests. So
we're going to win them all.
Yep. We're going for the sweep. But we really want best guests. That's kind of what we pride ourselves on.
Yeah.
So,
MVP, best guess, Bet Your Mortgage, and New Kids on the Block.
Yeah. So if you can only vote for one, do guess, but
also just vote for all of them.
Make a couple fake emails.
Yep.
Get a couple submissions in for the boys.
Just don't make them obviously fake.
Yeah. We don't want to win it like that, but if we did,
it's easy to juice some numbers.
Yeah.
We've seen that the past couple of years.
We have. Yes, we have. But
Can we mail in votes?
You know what? Might have to ask No Block, No Rock on that. Not sure.
I hope not, because that's not. Anyways, get out and vote.
Yep.
Yeah, we would appreciate it. Again, link in the description. Moving on. Trev and I today, we're wearing the hats for it, the Pinnacle Bank Championship. But we had the awesome opportunity to go out and play in the Media Day Scramble. So shout out to Herdat Sports for having us out. Shout out to Pinnacle Bank for putting on the Corn Ferry Tour event.
Shout out Indian Creek Golf Course.
Shout out Indian Creek Golf Course. It's insane, in pristine condition. Our guy Joe, he's the superintendent. We played with him today. Making the course look, him and the team have done a great job.
Yeah. If you got nothing going on August 10th through 13th, I think it is, get out and go to it. It's going to be so much fun. Even if you don't like golf, this isn't just me promoting them. Like, it truly is a good time. I've been to it a couple of years. Ton of fun. A lot of other things to do other than golf. There's a couple concerts going on that weekend.
Chris Jansen, Lanco, and Kip Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, Friday
pretty
night
big
and
names.
Saturday night. So it'll be fun. I mean,
get the drinks flowing.
Yeah.
Should be a nice summer day. We're praying for no rain for the tournament. But yeah, shout out to Herdat and Pinnacle for having us out.
We had ourselves a morning.
Yeah, we did.
It was a treat. I felt like a freaking celebrity. There's media watching you pretty much the entire round. Cameras clicking. I'm getting interviewed mid-round.
It was awesome. And let me tell you, Trev, he shows up when the spotlight's on him. I am
him. I was striping it today. It felt good.
Yeah, a lot of times it would come down to Trev. He was the last shot. We have nothing else in bounds, and he put one to 2 feet on par 3.
Nice. I'll be honest, there was a couple moments out there I'm like, why can't I be playing in this Corn Ferry tournament? If I just hit it like this every time, I could be right up there with these guys. But then I'd get humbled very quickly.
Yeah, that's what we told Joe. If there's an extra spot, you might need it.
I know. I kind of showed out. So
yep, it was a good time.
Really good time. Played hole 1. I'm like, Fitz, I need a Bloody Mary. Go up to the cart girl. It's on the house.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? It's just, it was a special. It was quite the treat. I'm super thankful for everyone. Mm-hmm. Great time. It
was awesome. Yeah, the open bar was a shock, and we took advantage.
We were respectful, though.
Absolutely.
Didn't overstay our means.
No, but it was just a nice gesture, and
yeah,
we appreciated it. So
yeah, awesome time.
Shout out everyone who helped with that. Should we move on? Not a ton of Husker news to talk about. Rhule is continuing to get recruits. We're going to have some more on the podcast here soon, so
yeah.
Not a ton to talk about there.
No, not. It's kind of that dead period right now.
Yep.
Dog days of summer.
Dog days of summer. This is the last month without
college football.
Husker? When's the first Husker game?
August 31st.
Last month without Husker football.
Yeah, I think I want to say it's like 46 days. We're recording this on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be close.
Yeah, it'll be here before you know it. The first week of football always sneaks up on you, I feel like.
Yeah, especially because we always play week 0.
Yeah, that's true.
Or the couple days before week 1.
Mm-hmm.
I am officially in fantasy football mode, though.
Yes.
This is fun.
Yep.
Got the league set up tonight, and it's mock draft season. I'm going to listen to a lot of podcasts. And
Mm-hmm. Sunday pods.
It's always good to pass the summertime blues. Just
figure out your strategy that you're going to take.
and then just completely butcher it during draft time.
Have very set things that you said you're not going to do. Like, don't take Kyle Pitts in the second round, and then you end up doing it because he's just sitting there.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's exciting. Football's almost back. It's been a long summer.
Yeah.
We're almost there. It's exciting. Let's move into the down bads of the week. We got a couple good ones, I think. Trev, you want to start us?
Yeah, my down bad is me and the little family in general. My mom called me on yesterday, with a very concerning phone call from our bank, saying our identities have been hacked.
Oh, no.
Who's your bank?
UBT.
Yep, same.
You did too? Oh, so it's
Yeah.
not just me.
No, it was like a whole
Whole
they
thing
got,
with
like,
Zelle.
everybody's.
Oh, everybody. My down bad is everybody with UBT. I don't really know the details. My mom was handling it, but not a good feeling to know your identity's hacked. So whoever's doing that, can you stop, please?
Yeah, get over yourself. Grow
Yeah.
up.
You don't want my identity. Trust me.
No, I got that call as well from the wife.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
was like, well, that's not great. But
Do you have to do anything, or is it on?
no, so I think they have to do like a year of identity theft, like monitoring, since it was compromised through them. So I think they have to do it for a year.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that, though. But it's not great. There's
No.
nothing you can really do at this point, though.
It's already done.
Yeah.
It's tough. Well, I'm hoping nothing bad happens to you guys.
Yeah. And maybe it's my chance to start a new life.
Somebody's going to start a new life with Trevin Little.
Just change my identity.
Yeah.
Fresh
What would you
start.
do?
I don't know.
Try to be a professional golfer.
Yeah, I'll just really commit to the golf game.
There you go. I think that's a good choice.
Took a big step forward today. So.
You did. All right. That's a good one. And a bad one, but
Yeah.
yes.
Um, my down bad is Bob Huggins. Potentially an up good, because maybe he's going to coach at West Virginia next year. He's saying that he never resigned from West Virginia, that his wife sent his resignation. So if you don't know, he got a salary decrease because he said some homophobic things on the radio. And then he got a DUI in West Virginia. And when he was asked where he was, he said Cincinnati. So he was just drunk off his ass, had to resign. But he is saying that his wife did it, or his wife sent the email. So he's saying, I'm going to be coaching because I didn't resign. So he's either down bad because he's just not, I don't think he's very smart.
No.
He's made some very poor decisions.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you can't just do a take back if your wife sent the email.
Especially if you have history of previously lying.
Correct.
Let's just, first of all, he shouldn't have got a DUI. That didn't help.
Yeah.
No-brainer, yeah.
He blew like a .18 or something high. It was something dumb. But
Yeah.
let's not do that in the first place, Bob.
Yeah, because
Be
the
better.
homophobic thing got him a pay. I think he was going to get like suspended, and he got a pay cut because of it.
Okay.
And then they were going to let him stay on, but then the DUI,
Yeah.
because it's not his first either.
Nope.
Oof.
That's the thing. So it wasn't like a first-time offense. He's had a history of this, I think. So unfortunately, you can't just get your job back by saying, my wife sent that. So down bad, Bob Huggins.
It's a good one. My down bad is Pat Fitzgerald in the Northwestern football team. If you don't know, he got fired because of
Some weird stuff.
Have the stories been confirmed? Is that
I think
for
so.
sure what's happened?
Yeah, it has been So it's been confirmed by like some players.
Yeah. I'm not going to go into details of it. You can look that up for yourself. But some not great things were happening involving hazing with freshmen when they made mistakes, apparently, in practice.
And not just like small hazing.
Yeah, like pretty intense hazing.
Yeah. Because I feel like it probably happens at a lot of colleges where they're like, if a freshman messes up, they not necessarily probably like haze, but probably get made fun of a little bit. This was over the line.
A little too far.
A little weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
It was
disturbing.
Yeah. The weirdness of it is going to like make this story even worse because you see hazing, you're like, oh, like that's not great. But, you know, it probably happens at places. And then you kind of read into it and it's like, yikes.
Yeah. It's got to be tough for Northwestern, the players.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they lost their coach a month before the season starts. Like, that's brutal. I don't know what they're going to do.
They're going to be horrible.
Yeah, they're going to be
even bad in the future because Fitzgerald is a good coach.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's going to want to come coach there because nobody really cares about Northwestern football unless you went there. They don't have a ton of fans. I don't know. They'll probably still beat us, though.
I saw some people saying Jim Mora, who's the coach at UConn. I don't know. I don't know if he like went there. But like Pat Fitzgerald had probably the most job security of a bad team.
Yeah,
like,
he went 1-11 last year, and he was never like talked about on the hot seats. So
because obviously like Saban, Kirby, those guys are never going to get fired.
Right.
But they're also really good. Like Pat Fitzgerald went 1-11 last year, and it wasn't even a question if he was getting fired.
That's true.
So all he had to do was not do something really dumb to keep his job.
Right. And he had 3 or 4 decent seasons, and
he also there was a video that resurfaced, and somebody must have like asked about hazing, and he said like it's a 0 tolerance policy at Northwestern. Like that is something we take very seriously that will never happen at our program. And then fast forward, and he gets fired because of it.
Yeah, not a great look.
It's also crazy how quickly things move in college football now, because I feel like before this would have been, because he was already suspended for 2 weeks without pay. In past years, I feel like he stays on as like, he's still suspended from the team until they do a full investigation. But now it's like, once you hear about that and you hear some of the details, you don't know if all of it's true, but it's like, you're gone.
Yeah.
Just like that. It's
not a good situation.
No.
So
Scott Frost,
Jeez.
Northwestern. It'd be an all-time FU to Nebraska.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. But good damn bads. Let's move into the BDB3 for the week. We got a spur of the moment one here by Trev. It's a pretty good one. I think it's going to be...
We're going to keep it open-ended, too.
Yep. Drinks.
It's going to go top 3 drinks.
Open-ended. Could be anything.
Someone else start.
Fitz can start.
Okay. I'll start. My BDB3 for drinks. Number 3 is going to be... I have this vivid memory from playing select baseball in like 7th or 8th grade. And it's 110 degrees out. You're catching. You got the full catching gear. You're sweating. You're panting out there. You get back to the dugout and you pick up one of those big jugs that people would bring full of ice water. Put the spout in your mouth and you take a swig of that. Nothing hits like that cold jug of water on a hot day. That's my third. The second, I'm going to go with a movie theater slushie. I've always been a movie theater slushie guy.
Interesting.
You take that first sip and you're like, okay, this is going to be good, until you get to the bottom where it kind of starts clogging and you can't get the rest out of it. That kind of sucks. But the first couple sips of a movie theater slushie. And then my number 1 is the first one. The first drink.
What about the next one?
Could also do the next one. That might have been better. But the first drink after 5 on a Friday.
Yeah.
You sit down, crack open a beer. Can't beat it. So that's my 3.
Nice.
I can go next. my BDB3 for drinks, my number 3, I'm just going to go with coffee. Something I drink every single day, so it's got to make the
Great
list.
one.
You just need it. It's something where I don't know how I didn't start drinking coffee earlier. Like in college, I didn't really drink coffee until I started working. Number 2.
Well, can I pause you there? Are you going black coffee? What are you doing?
No, I do some variation of a caramel coffee.
Are you making your own coffee?
I do.
Okay.
I do a caramel cold brew at Starbucks if I'm going to treat myself.
Sure.
You must be rich.
Yeah, super rich. No. My number 2, I'm going to take a high noon. That's
Okay.
my kind of
Yeah.
go-to. The vodka, the tequila, either one's good. My number 1, I'm going to leave water off the list. I'm going to take milk. Drink it every day.
Hate that.
Jesus.
Hate
So-
that pick.
Number 1?
Yeah, it was probably too high, but it's something I drink every day. So,
Grow up.
That might have been the worst pick of any of the BDB3s so far.
no, Trevin had us losing to Texas as his favorite Husker member.
Not my favorite. Memorable. Most memorable.
Yeah.
Milk.
Yeah, they're both up there.
Drink it every day.
Terrible,
can't tell you
terrible,
last time I've
terrible
had
number
milk.
1. I was with you until number 1.
Yeah.
Well, you're also scared of milk.
Yeah, wow.
I also grew up and just
Well,
decided I don't want to drink
cereal?
milk anymore.
You don't eat cereal?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Grew up,
Grew up.
got over
Yeah.
yourself.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That was good though. Trev?
My number 3 is also going to be coffee. If you know me, I have to have a coffee every morning. I couldn't leave it off my list because it's my first drink of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and it just gets me going for the day. Number 2, I'm gonna go a Baja Blast from Taco Bell. It's my favorite pop in the world. So good. I find myself going to Taco Bell multiple times a week just to get a large Baja Blast.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's bad. But bad for me, but so good, just refreshing, perfect mix.
Do you ever go frozen
Yeah.
occasionally?
When I'm feeling frisky.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 1, I'm gonna go with a shower beer. Just can't beat a shower beer.
Mhm.
If I'm having a shower beer, it's usually gonna be a big day ahead of me. Every game day I have a shower beer. It's just, it really gets you going. I don't know, I can't describe it. It's special.
For some reason, I get anxiety over shower beers.
Really.
I think the water is getting in it, or like.
I don't keep it
know.
over the spout. I have it to the side.
I know. I still just gets in my head. I don't know, but I
Can't say I've
respect it.
Can't say I've ever done the shower beer.
Really?
Yeah.
What's he do
You
on-
gotta try it.
Yeah, something to try.
I just feel like, does it get like warm in the shower? at all?
No.
No.
Alright, that's fair. That would be my only concern.
No, doesn't get warm.
I don't do them
It's-
too often, but usually when I'm having a shower beer, it's a game day, so it's
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a great day. So
I do remember you always do a game day shower
yep,
beer.
can't wait for the first one.
Yep.
Couple months.
Maybe I'll try it again.
Yeah.
Give it another shot. Those are good. Honorable mentions.
Water.
Yeah,
I
water.
mean, water's solid.
I like
um,
Dr. Pepper. I don't know.
I love Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's
I feel like-
solid.
People either really like it or hate it.
I like Coke. I like a Coke that you get on an airplane, and they put it in that little cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That hits.
Wine.
always. Last time I had wine, it was
Wine.
bad.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it though, more as I've gotten older. There's some big ones we're missing.
Oh,
I'm sure.
definitely. A lot of cocktails we're missing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juice.
Juice.
Juice. is
Juice.
up there.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Oh, that
Um,
juice.
What do you guys think about sparkling water?
Hate it.
Hate it.
Terrible.
So I hated it until this year. I've been drinking a decent amount of them, and I like it with like a little bit of like a lime flavoring.
What's
actually-
like the upside to it?
It's healthier than like pop.
Well, yeah, it's water.
Yeah, it's water, but it gives you the illusion that you're like drinking like a.
That's one
Some
I
sort
just
of
don't think
pop.
I'll ever get into.
I didn't think I would.
I feel like that's an old thing.
Mm.
Lemonade.
Yeah, lemonade's solid.
lemonade gives me heartburn. You ever
Really?
get that? Like this acidity.
Nope.
Nope.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
Huge Bloody Mary kick.
Trev got one today.
Vodka cranberry. That's a good one.
I love a vodka cranberry.
It's usually my wedding go-to cocktail.
Mm-hmm. What about a fireball shot on the golf course?
No, can't do it.
On the golf course, yes. Anywhere else, no.
Yes, I agree. Anywhere else,
Fair,
no.
that's
On the
fair.
golf course, for some reason, it hits.
I'm just not really a shots guy unless it's
Nope.
on the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Then it doesn't feel like it's like a real thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's not a real shot.
Yeah.
What about like a pina colada on the beach? Just like something fruity, tropical. I don't know. Pina coladas, they're okay, but
I don't love pina
something like
coladas.
that.
I do like the fruity drinks, like if it's hot.
Like
if
you're at like a resort, they're gonna
Yeah.
have like a specialty drink or even like the frozen drinks.
yes.
Yeah.
Something like that, sitting on the beach.
Captain and Coke always hits for me.
When the vacation beer, when it's like specific to that area, it's like
Ooh, yeah.
when you're in
Yeah.
like Mexico or like in the Dominican, they have like a certain beer that like you would probably never even get in the States.
Mm.
But like, I hate like a Corona. But if it's like specific to that place,
Yes.
usually it's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, I got into some spotted cows a few weekends ago when I was in Wisconsin.
We
Don't
talked
really-
about that today.
Yeah, don't really love spotted cows. I mean, they're good, but I don't get the hype. But you're in Wisconsin, you're gonna drink spotted cows.
Yeah.
When in Rome is what I was saying.
When in Rome. The unexpected beer, when you're like hanging with some buddies, you're like, should we grab a beer? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just go drink one.
Sure.
I'm trying to think.
A lot of good drinks out there.
A lot.
Oh, there's one that Moscow Mule definitely should have made my
Yeah,
list.
I love mules.
Meals are solid. I like when you go to bars and they have like their signature drinks.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, that's a pretty good list.
Yeah, for not much thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you give me all day to think about it, I'll
Total
come up with some
impulse.
great
Yeah,
ones.
milk wouldn't have been number one if I could have thought about it. But
Yeah,
I do drink it every day.
it's okay. Should we get into roulette?
Yep.
Do we have Chris's number?
4. Wait, yeah, 4. No winners.
Nope.
I don't think. Unless Chris sends in 4. Come on, 15. You gotta want it.
24 is right around there.
28. So let's hope Chris doesn't send 4 or 28.
All right, we're moving on. Anything else, boys?
Nope.
Enjoy the interview with Landon. Great dude. He'll fire you up at the end. He gives a
Mhm.
little some words of wisdom, and we got a little fired up.
Yeah.
So exciting interview with him. Again, vote for us. No Block, No Rock Podcast Awards. Link is in the description below. Shout out Pinnacle Bank. Shout out Herdat. Excited for this. Shout out us. Excited for the Pinnacle Bank Championship. All right, this is the Boys Down Bad podcast, and we are super excited to welcome on a Nebraska football recruit, Landon Davidson, to the pod. Landon, welcome on.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm really excited to be on here.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it. So what has life been like since you got recruited and committed to be a Husker?
I honestly, it's just been a giant relief off my shoulders, just getting out of the recruiting process and knowing where I'm going to be in 2 years from now. And I'm so excited to join the family.
Absolutely. Has it been crazy? Have you been getting a lot of Husker Nation support through the process?
Oh yeah, like every post you just do hashtag GBR and you get thousands of people. It just blows up.
That's
It's
awesome.
crazy.
That's one of my favorite things is to look at recruits and their tweets and just see the tweets blow up with Husker fans.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because they find you everywhere. You know, Instagram, like Twitter, like everything, and it's
Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
They're gonna find you. That's awesome. So let's go back to the beginning for you. Growing up, was it always football? Was that something that you always wanted to play in college?
Growing up, I started playing football in second grade, and I've played it my entire life, and I've tried every sport possible. But ever since I was little, I've always wanted to play college football. You know, that was my big dream my entire life growing up. And once I got to high school, I started realizing that dream could be a real possibility. and it was like incredible experience just getting to go different places and learn about programs and just play college football, you know.
Absolutely. Was there a moment in high school where you kind of realized like, oh, okay, I can do this. I can go D1?
It would definitely have been my junior year. My freshman year, I kind of got cut short because of COVID, and then sophomore year, I was still trying to figure out everything, and then junior year, I grew a ton just with my weightlifting. So I've been weightlifting since I was in 8th grade, but I finally started seeing progress my junior year, and I could tell by that first game just absolutely being able to dominate everyone, and um, I yeah, I kind of had a good idea it was
Yeah.
coming.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of take us through high school football in Colorado. We hear a lot about like the big states like Texas, Florida, California. What's been your experience like with high school football in Colorado?
Um, I know football in Colorado is just not as big as it is in other states. But I seriously think that there's some real dudes out here. You know, there's a ton of good players, and I feel like Colorado's a slept on state overall. And um, even if it doesn't get as big as like 6A in other states or like I don't know, but I feel like there's definitely some people down here.
Let's go through your commitment story to Nebraska. Can you take us through it and how you eventually got to be a Husker?
Mhm. So it kind of started um, during the off season after junior year. Coach Satterfield, he came to my school to come talk to me, and he looked me up and down. He said, "We need to get you in front of these coaches. We need to get you on campus." Um, he's like, um, he was it was this was still pretty early on, right after the season, so they didn't have any camp dates set up. But he told me he's going to be back um, as soon as they have those dates to personally invite me in person to those camps. Um, so after, uh, so then he came back a second time. It was a couple months later, and he just told me the same things. Just we need to get you here at camp. And our coach, Jimmy Zeckman, he has taken the linemen to Nebraska for many years now to the pipeline camp. But they weren't doing the pipeline camp this year, so we didn't know if we were going to go to Nebraska. We were planning on going, like we were going to do a team camp, but we just didn't know where yet. And we finally decided to go to Nebraska after Coach Sat came in again. And then once I got up there, the second I walked in, Coach Rhule and Coach Donnie came and introduced themselves to me and just told me they're really excited to see me up here today. And it was a normal camp day, just learning a lot, getting a lot of reps and stuff like that. And then afterwards, I got called. They brought me up to the player lounge, and there was like 30, 35 guys in there, and they were going to take us on a tour and to see the program. But like midway through, my coach starts calling me. He's freaking out. He's like, "Landon, where are you? The coaches are trying to find you. They want to bring you into Coach Rhule's office." I was like, I had no clue where I was at, and it took like 10 minutes to track me down, and then they finally brought me into Coach Rhule's office where they sat me down, and um, he dropped the offer, and then instantly started planning the OV, and it was all moving so fast, but just the excitement in the room, just everybody like gathering around me, and it was really incredible. That was the thing I took in most from my camp and getting the offers, just the energy, how the coaches interacted with each other. It felt like a family, like even just from the short time I was there with them. Um, and I also got to experience getting a scholarship with my teammates because there was probably 10 of my other teammates there, and everyone was so excited. It was a great bus ride back, and my phone was blowing up the entire like 6 hour drive back, and it was crazy. And then we planned the official for the next week, and I went into it like I was excited for the official, but I wasn't. I didn't think I was going to go there,
Mm.
but because during my entire recruiting process, I wanted to stay home. I wanted to go to Colorado, but I got down there, and my like it wasn't even a question. I fell in love with Lincoln and
That's
everything.
awesome. That was my next question. Was there a big kind of debate between other schools while you were getting recruited, or when you visited on the OV, did you know for sure it was Nebraska?
Um, so like I said, like my entire recruiting process, I wanted to stay in Colorado, but there I had some slow periods, and I was like really contemplating other schools, and um, my mom just kept telling me, "Don't settle, don't settle, because you'll know when you find the place." Because I was just getting really like anxious just with coaches pressuring and thinking I have to recruit or I'm gonna possibly lose a spot there, but I played it out, and um, I I got down there and just I loved it. I didn't question myself at all. Um, I guess maybe a little bit because once I got down there, well, at the end of the official, they brought me in to talk to Coach Rhule, and he was just asking me what I think, and a ton of people committed during that, and I was like I'm still gonna take the rest of my visits, because just to see, just so I'm fully sure. But um, I got home and I couldn't stop thinking about Nebraska. Like it was it was such an overwhelming feeling, and my mom told me to think on it overnight, and I didn't I couldn't do that, and I called Coach Sat up and just told him I want to come play for him.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a big decision, so it's great that you were able to, take your time and listen to Coach Rhule. So we're happy to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like overall, what was the recruitment process like for you? I know it seems like it'd be a lot of fun, but also very exhausting just with having to talk to all these coaches. Was it like a fun process, or was it also just kind of like, I want to get this over as soon as I can?
It was always a really fun experience. Once we started getting closer, um, towards the end, like when 24s usually commit, it started getting a little bit more just tiring and kind of anxious, and just I was ready to be over with it by the end, but I loved every second of it.
Did you have like a favorite part of the recruiting process? Like you went on a visit and you're like, oh, this was really cool that a school did.
Um, I think the best part was getting my first D1 offer.
Hmm.
That was the CSU, and it was such a crazy, like, just I didn't know what to do with myself, because just just being put in the position where like this is becoming real, and that definitely had been like the whole highlight. And then other than that, just the whole commitment, knowing where I'm going to go, that's also way up there.
For sure.
So being from Colorado, you said you wanted to kind of stay home in Colorado. What was your initial reaction when they went and hired Dion? And have you had any interactions with Dion?
So Colorado was my second offer with the last coaching staff, and then Dion came I think a month later, and I didn't hear back from them for a long time. It wasn't actually until I got the Nebraska offer that they offered me the next day, and um, it was at that point it was a complete 50-50 between Nebraska and Colorado, just because
That probably makes the game 2 this year a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
Nebraska, Colorado.
we'll be at that game, yeah. But just after seeing how both coaches interacted with me, it wasn't even a question.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. You got one more?
Yeah. So what was kind of the pitch that Rhule told you to get you to kind of be all in on Nebraska?
I don't think he really had one. He just he showed me what they're building down there. He showed me the guys they have, the resources they have, the facilities, the coaching staff. I love the whole coaching staff, just everybody. And ultimately it was because I fully felt at home there. I saw myself as a Husker, and that's ultimately the reason why I committed.
For sure. What were your initial thoughts on Coach Rhule, like when you first met him? And what do you think makes him such a great recruiter? Because he's killing it right now.
Oh, he is such a cool dude. Like I talking to coaches, I always feel a little bit nervous. Like I was, because it's kind of like scary, just you know like the kind of power they have, and you want to be at that school, but while talking with him, I didn't feel that at all. I felt like I felt so comfortable around him with all the coaches. Like it was a different kind of feel.
What about Coach Rhule? How's he?
He's awesome. I I I didn't know how I felt about him like just early on because I went down there last year and I got to meet him, but didn't really get to talk to him much. And then going into the official visit, I didn't really know too much about him. I really enjoyed his coaching style, but I didn't really get to meet him on a personal level. So on the official, I got to spend a ton of time with him and just learning about him, his family, his just everything about him and what he wants to expect from us, how he's going to make me a better man, a better player, and how he's going to develop me. And it's we've been calling a ton, like we've been FaceTiming weekly, just texting a ton, and I'm really excited to start working with him.
So what would you say the hardest part about playing offensive line is?
Ooh, the, I feel like the hardest part is, it's probably got to be missing a block. You miss a block and it just kills everything. You know, I have a mentality where I'll play a game 99% perfect. It's that 1% that just kills me. That I can't stop thinking about it. After every game, it beats me up, and I want to be the best player I can.
So I guess what are you most excited about most excited for coming to Nebraska?
I'm the most excited running out on a game day. Just the fans, the energy, like the whole atmosphere. Just getting to walk through the red carpet tunnel and running out onto that field. It gives me goosebumps. You know, like I'm just.
Have you been to a Husker game? Have they had you down yet?
No,
You coming?
I've just seen videos of it, and it's crazy.
Oh, you're gonna freak out when you experience it. It's insane. Are you coming to any games this year?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know I'll be down there basically the end of July, and then I definitely going to come down for a game day.
Nice. That's awesome. We talked about a little bit about it earlier, but can you describe the impact that Husker Nation has had on you?
It's so crazy just how all the people just come together for football, and you know, because it's not like that in Colorado. Like I've never seen that before. I've never seen people coming all over just for football. And I know people like pass down these season tickets through generations, and just like it's different. You know, it's so much different than Colorado football. And we went on a camping trip a couple weeks ago to Cambridge, and everyone there just Nebraska flags, Nebraska shirts, just and when people found out I was committed there, they just freaked out. Like it was incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the stories we hear. Husker Nation's just insane. So you made a good choice coming to Nebraska over Colorado.
Oh yeah. It's without a doubt.
All right, I got one more question for you to hype up Husker Nation a little bit more for you. What is Husker Nation getting in Landon Davidson?
Ooh, what are they getting with Landon Davidson? I am a complete bully on the field. You know, as bad as it sounds, I like to just hurt people. I like to kill them every single play. You know, just being able to completely dominate them. And I know about pipeline culture. And before every football game, our coach, he puts on a Nebraska pipeline video for us, and just I want to bring that back to how it was. And you know, I'm so excited.
Absolutely. You fired me up a little bit. Yeah, it's awesome. We love it. Well, Landon, thank you so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. Good luck in the next coming year, and we can't wait to see you on the field here pretty soon.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you guys for having me. This is awesome.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep. Good luck, man. We'll see you later.
See ya.
See ya.